Here we have a 1. Here we have a 2. You know, if I fully read the instructions, I'd probably realize that. But if you've been with this channel for a while, I'm bad about fully reading instructions, but you do. Welcome back to the Workbench, where we try to make things. And what we're continuing to try to make today is Kayi's Gothic Castle. They were nice enough to send this over to us to check out, and we got to work on it, or start working on it yesterday. Now, if you'd like to build along, there's a link down in the description to their Amazon store, so you can pick up this kit and build along with us, or a ton of other kits they have. They're a new company out there, and they've got some pretty cool stuff. I've been kind of checking it out. We're checking out this one, and we finished up basically step 1 yesterday. Let me turn the light on so you guys can see it a little better. There we go. Pretty cool so far. I'm very happy with how this is going so far. 1, with the construction, and 2, with the quality of the construction, and just the design of it so far. There's some kind of cool elements. I picked this up because it's very Halloween-like, so I thought we could do this here in the month of October. But now what we need to do is continue on with, I guess, the second part of step 1, which will finish off page 1. Now let me turn the light back off so you can see without the glare. So what we need to do, let's pull this over, and let's go ahead and grab the parts. I've already pulled the parts apart, so we don't have to deal with trying to find the parts like we did yesterday, me hunting around. So I went ahead and pulled all the parts we need. So I'm going to pull all the parts over for this step. And they say to make sure and keep G1, make sure you can see this, G1 and G12, you know, keep them separated, which is which. Well, I kept them, after I punched them out, I kept them on the side they need to be, but you can see G1 has a little hole in it right here where G12 does not. So that's how we can do it for, tell them apart if we get them mixed up. But let's see what we need to do. So these actually, it looks like they slide right through here and then connect down at the bottom there, just like that. So that's easy enough. Let's do that real quick. Like so. That's kind of building out the frame there. We've got this guy, and it says we can glue this if we want extra support. But let's first see. Yeah, it says D14 can be assembled with glue for extra support. Man, I wish I could get better. I guess that glare's not too bad. Maybe you guys can see better with that light on. Right down here, that's where it says that. And so let's see where this is going to actually go before we decide whether we want the extra support. We've got A38, which is our first piece, one of our plastic pieces, which is hard for you guys to see. This is that thick plastic. It's almost like a Gundam piece, if you ask me. To clip it, I used my nipper. So you will probably need a set of nippers to clip these or something of the sort. So I was able to nip them, and then I used an X-Acto to clean them up just a little bit. And how much you got to clean up is going to depend on, obviously, the quality of your nippers. But this piece goes, let's see, where are they showing it goes? It goes here. And I'm trying to decide where, okay, this is going to slide in. Yeah, I think this is going to slide in under that. I'm thinking, yeah, in this white area. I see. Okay, so just like before, we've got this white spot here, and that's where this needs to go. I'm going to go ahead and add some glue. I don't see why not. Basically, this is just tacky glue, white glue. Just use whatever. I use the tacky glue stuff, whatever you think's best, whatever you're most comfortable with. I've had very good luck with it. I'm just going to drop that right there, apparently, but then I'm going to just slide it right into place. Bring this closer to me so I can see a little bit here. I'm going to make sure and get that lined up. And then before things dry, we've got this piece that goes here, and then this goes in behind it, I believe, here. Yeah, so you know what I'm going to do, actually? I think I'm going to put this piece in first, or try to. Takes a little pressure. There we go. Nice tight fit, which is what I like. Like those to pop in real nice and tight. Now I'm going to go with this piece. And I'm going to make sure, I think while I put this clear piece in, I'm going to kind of hold the blue piece. Yeah, there we go. Because it needs to be in place too. Make sure everything's pushed all the way in. There we go. You can tell if it's all the way in. I'm looking at it straight on this way. I'll show it to you. It's all lining up now. The frame's all lining up, so I know it's in there straight. I want to make sure my blue piece is where it's supposed to go, and I think it is. So I think that's what we're supposed to have there for all of this step right here. Now we need to go to this step, which I've got that stuff pulled out also, which is just, we've got our first acrylic cutout printing. So this is, it's acrylic plastic that's been obviously been printed. And then what do we need to do? We need to turn this around. Oh, I see. They do show, I just now noticed this. They do show order of operation. So here we have a 1, here we have a 2. You know, if I fully read the instructions, I'd probably realize that. But if you've been with this channel for a while, I'm bad about fully reading instructions. But you do have order of operation. So they're saying this acrylic piece first, then put in this guy here, this D5. Up here, I figured out that that was step 1. But yeah, and so that's good to know moving forward. This, it looks like it just slides in. Is there somewhere this is gonna slide? It has tabs like it's supposed to slide into a notch. Does this need to scoop forward some so it'll slide in behind? I think it's supposed to slide into it slides into these tabs, the same slots that this went in. This needs to slide into also, I believe, is what I'm figuring out here. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is kind of push forward on that wooden piece and then yeah, that worked. So I just kind of pushed forward on the wooden piece and then slid the acrylic piece in place, which this is going to be, I don't know. I think it's super cool. But anyways, now let's put our top piece on. Kind of back out a little bit here so you can see. There we go. It's getting kind of tall. I have to back the camera out a little bit. So with it like this, I always try to orient, I've got stuff falling off the desk on me over here. I always try to orient my piece with the instructions so that I make sure I have everything going in the right way. In this, okay, let me look closer here because there's 2. Yeah, I think it's going to go here. You can see, let me show you before I put it in. There we go. You can see how it has a slot and then a slit. So the slot is for the wood, the slit is for the acrylic piece, the printed piece. Let's make sure we get that. And then let's use my favorite tool of all. Where did I put it? Oh, here, I put it in my tool rack here. I love this thing. The hammer is the greatest part of this kit. There we go. We'll knock it in place. All right. Yeah. By the way, if you weren't with us in the first episode, this actually comes with the kit. Pretty cool. Oh, I wanted to mention too, I was digging around and it did actually come with some sandpaper also, which is really nice to have because you do want to sand the burrs off. I usually will use, and I've misplaced it now. Where did I put it? I use sanding sticks usually. I was just using it earlier and now I've misplaced it. How can I not find? Is that what fell on the floor? Maybe. But I'll usually use sanding sticks. If not, you know, these work very well too. I really don't know where I put my sanding stick. Oh, here it is. I found it. I can show you guys. This is what I usually use, are sanding sticks. I have a ton of them. This is actually one that I stole from my wife. This is a fingernail file. So it has a super coarse side and a fine side. Stole it from my wife. Ladies out there, you probably already have a full collection of these, I'm assuming. If you're anything like my wife, you have like 3,000 of these. I just steal them. She never knows. She doesn't miss them. I'm kidding. She knows I have this. But, or you can, I've have ones that are you know, purpose built too, that I bought. But you know what's funny is I go to the fingernail file. Anyways, let's see. So next, so that's got that step done there. Now we've got, okay. I actually looked at this earlier, pulling the parts. Can you guys, yeah, the glare is not too bad, I don't think. So we've got B1, we've got B5, I've got those parts pulled, but then it also says we have an LED strip and it says stick the shorter LED strip. And I want to show you something. So there's 2 LED strips in the kit. Both of them have the exact same number of LEDs. So the LED, in my opinion, the LED strip is the same length. What's shorter are the leads. So the overall length, including the leads, there's one that's shorter, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're wanting us to use here, and that's what they're referring to as this shorter LED strip. Does that make sense? When I hear a shorter LED strip, I'm thinking there's one that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 LEDs, and then there's going to be one that's 7 or something. Right? But anyways, they're talking about the leads, so just keep that in mind. So now let's see, what do we need to do? We've got this piece, which is pretty cool. You can kind of read it here. A realm of dark elegance, hidden arcana, and mysterious creatures waits you within. kind of cool. But this goes, the words go backwards, so they go behind. And I just want to see how this works. I always like to kind of dry fit things. So this is going to go here. So I think we can probably, I see, okay. Yeah, so let's, and then this piece, so let's, I'm going to go ahead and, I think, try to get this piece in. They fit tight. Let me see, I can probably, I mean, the hammer's, the hammer's the way to do it. I'm trying to be careful not to, I don't want to damage anything though with it. There we go, that works. Okay, and then this piece is going to go, I want to make sure I have this the right way. It's going to go this way. I guess it can go either way, really. Yeah, either way. So I want the nicer side looking out or pointing out. But then we've got to put our LED strip, which is going to go, what I can tell, is going to go here. And then our leads, I think, just come straight out. So this is, it's sticky backed. If I had any fingernails, I could actually pull it. There we go. Come on, there we go. So we'll just pull the sticky back off, and I'm just going to kind of center it, I think. Just going to be about right here. It doesn't say like to center, but I mean, it just makes sense to me to kind of center it in there. Okay, and then this is going to, I probably should have put this in first. Kind of thought I probably should have. Let me lay this down, because this has to fit in this back here. All right, come on. If I can get that up out of the way a little bit. I can't use my hammer, so I'm going to squeeze with my fingers. Now, I want to be real careful. I have done this before with other kits, and you start putting pressure in weird places. I mean, what I could do, probably what makes more sense, would it be, I got that banged in. I should have put this piece in first, is just the moral of this story. Okay, I'm kind of goofing things up, so let me, can I pull? Yeah, that's come out. I'm going to have to work on getting that back in. You know, can I just pull this off? Might make it easier. There we go. Now I can probably get in here. I want this to go in not nice and flush. I think that's pretty good. Now I've got to kind of fix this guy. I knocked it loose doing all that. Let's slide him back in. Get back in there, will ya? Did I get it? Almost. Okay, that's back in, and then we need to put this piece back on, and then it's going to also connect here into this back piece. So it's going to kind of tie this together. Let me get the top done first. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? I probably should move down some, huh? Where are you at? There we go, right here. Like that. This goes in here, which I can probably pop those in with the hammer again. Like that, there we go. So we've got tab here, tab here, tab here, tab here, and then we've got tab, 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 tab. And you kind of have to get all of these in. They kind of lock everything in place. So let me get that one over there. Like that, and then I bet I can just squeeze this in like that. Again, being careful. Trust me, I've squeezed on things like that before and had them just snap on me. And I wish all of this was in. There we go. Did you hear that? That was it popping in. Okay, good. I think that's pretty good. Let me see if I can get that. Yeah. Okay, like so. I wonder if there's something that's going to hold this at some point, like that. If not, we'll probably end up putting a touch of glue on it. Okay, but that's got that. These leads just come out the side. Can you guys see? I'm going to lay it down so you can kind of see. leads coming out the side, and we've got the building of a, well, kind of a structure here. So let's flip. Whoop, nope, I got to turn the page. Let's turn the page because I pulled the stuff also for this next one, which kind of will finish up, this structure. Which what we've got. Yeah. I can't tell if it's better with the light on or off. We got 2 candles, like a chandelier-looking thing. Oh, that's what's going to hold this piece. Nice. Okay. And then a sword. So let's go ahead and put this in up here. So I was curious. I was wondering, see how this is loose up here. Make sure you can see what I'm talking about. It's just kind of loose up there. But what's going to happen is we're going to put this, another plastic piece. It's a purple plastic piece. It's going to go right here. And that's what's going to hold. There we go. That's what's going to hold that in place. So that's nice. Okay, cool. And it basically looks like kind of like a, I guess it's supposed to be like a stained glass type window or a chandelier or something. I don't know. It looks pretty cool though. And I think once the light, because the light's going to shine back here, once that light starts shining in back there, I think it's going to look really nice. Okay, that's that. And then we have 2 candles. Okay, that's what goes on either side here. Yeah, this one goes, can you guys see what I'm doing? This one goes here, and then we have one on the other side. These are the little slots in this guy. I was wondering what these little slots were going to be for. It's for kind of some decorations essentially, and then the sword goes in the middle facing out this way. And then what I'll do, let me show you what we got. So that's actually, I don't know why, I really like it. I think it looks really cool. I love the dimension. And I've actually looked ahead. So the doors close when it's in book Nook form, I guess you would call it. All you can see is this arm of the kind of skeleton guy down here reaching out. But what's cool is this book Nook opens. And when you open it up, you can see him down there in the pit of despair. I don't know what this is, but down here in this portal or pit or whatever. It's really cool. Okay, so that's got kind of, I guess, basically got this structure together. Nice. So I'm going to set that to the side. Let's go ahead and look forward. I think what we'll do next time we get together is start on 2. You know what I'll probably do? How far does 2 goes a long ways? I was going to say we could start with 2, but I think 2 goes, there's 4. I missed 3 somewhere. Where's 3 at? Where does 3? Okay, I'm very confused. Is there a 3? I don't know. But we'll start with 2. I'll start pulling all these pieces. We'll at least get this next time we get together tomorrow. We'll have all that and get all this together. Also, it looks like we're building kind of the steeple of the chapel. So that should be pretty cool. Let me know what you think so far. So far, I am enjoying. I'm enjoying building this, and 2, I am enjoying what we're getting, where we're heading here. I have built quite a few of these wooden kits. Some of them are very frustrating. Some of them can be very frustrating. No frustration yet. There's been a couple times that I've goofed things, but it was easily fixed. Like there's nothing where I went, oh goodness, this is, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm happy so far. I really am. I think, and I love all the prints and just kind of the overall feel of it. Anyways, let me know what you think. I'm trying to give my impression of it as we go along here because this is meant to be, I guess, I don't want to call it a review, but I'm just going to be honest about it as I go. So far, it's pretty cool. And they provided the kit. They did not ask me to lie to you guys, which I would never do anyways. So as we go, I'm going to kind of give you what I think. You will need, the only thing I will say is you will need nippers. This is the first time I've ever had to use nippers on one of these wooden ones, and that's for the plastic pieces. So some angle cutters, something like that, to cut the thick plastic pieces like these here. That's kind of the only different thing I've run into with this kit so far. But what's great is it came with a hammer, which is pretty awesome because I'm going to use this on all the kits moving forward. But anyways, let me know what you think down in the comment section. hit the like button, do all those normal things we usually do, even on these unsponsored unsponsored videos. What is it? Like, hype, subscribe to keep up with this, see how it goes, see how it turns out. I don't know. Do all those things everybody tells you to do on YouTube, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.